Very sad. And bam, there we go. WE commit to having Poppy in the jungle for Monkey. Renata Glass as another disengage option. So the way that WE are going to be playing fights here, Rude, it's not really a lot of strong races for this roster ever since he was brought onto it halfway through Split 1. But the rest of Top Esports, now that Cream has arrived back onto the Rift, should be enough to force TEWE off the pit. And that means 2 grubs will be awarded to Top Esports. So overall, neither team is going to...
That's why Andre's in base, to have that burn in this engage. Top Esports have started the Dragon. Keeper's verdict interrupted.
Yep, and here comes 369 looking for the backline. Knocks up Vampire, but it's first blood going over to TEWE. And here comes the equalizers. Cube now joins the fight. Who's going to get the Dragon? Kanavi still secures it. Monkey in the backline trying to do what he can to buy time. He will fall, and the rest of the Top Esports now on the run. Cube flashing forward, turns up the flame spitter, and it starts to burn down members. JackieLove will hold his ground, fires a 4th bullet, but still on the run. Karis, charm flash, instant cleanse by JackieLove. He makes it out, but the piercing arrow finds its mark. JackieLove falls to the ground, and Kanavi will try to battle this one out. TEWE not going to be able to survive this one as the dog. Yeah, I had a lot of questions going into this series, but right now, off to a great start on this Nefiri. He and 369 are going to instantly jump onto an unsuspecting Cube who was just a little too...
Difficult series and difficult games in the past. Now Jackie in trouble.
Karis waiting, patient. This time finds the charm. There's no flash, there's no cleanse to avoid certain death this time for JackieLove. And this push, single pick, gives WE a lot of damage onto this tier 1 turret in the mid lane. I'm not sure if it's going to be enough to get the turret outright as 369 teleports in to absorb it. 2-man knockup with the unstoppable onslaught. Chris follows up with the Magnet Storm right onto 3 members, and Kanavi can just knock them out one after another. But Monkey with the Keeper's Verdict will at least...
Nefiri is 2,000 gold up over its counterpart, and in this matchup of those junglers...
Finals of that World Championship, Kanavi has had to answer for a lot of those questions, and right now he is on a great start to this series. 5-0-2 on the Nefiri will help Cream get another kill for Top Esports.
And that's the second time in as many sequences that Cube has been caught out. One of the reservations that this WE roster had coming into the year was Cube. We saw on the graphic at the start that he had to trade a tier 1 in the mid lane for it. They've already taken it down. They might be able to get tier 1 top side, but that's also going to be traded for the tier 1 in the mid lane. So overall, or in the bot lane, so overall, this is still Top Esports
early on, just because the amount of kills, the amount of gold he's been able to acquire for himself so far.
Yeah, really good timing from Kanavi there as Monkey now walks into a fully charged decimating smash, and also Kanavi is around.
No Hound's Pursuit still for quite some time. However, the CC chain from 369 might be enough. Equalizer will try to turn the fight around. Monkey trying to play around with his health bar. Kanavi just jumps over to the left side of the wall, and now 369 might be in trouble. Forced to flash. Chain of Corruptions tags him, and nice snipe from TEWE.
Opportunities to take those trades, and even that first Dragon fight where it was a 3-for-4. Found themselves a good advantage as TEWE here looking to try and take a blue buff away. Will be successful in that venture and will help out on a top tier 1 as well. But I like this.
Overextended, but Top Esports thankfully got his back this time around. They're already making the pincer move happen. Come on, send it, send it, send it, send it. Go, 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 go. Emperor's Divide, I want to see it. Keeper's Verdict punts out a couple members there. Equalizer tries to split up the fight. Emperor's Divide just pushes them back, and WE now on the retreat. Hound's Pursuit finds the first reset. Kanavi's gonna save it for the second kill. Kaz, call the pack. Gonna look for extra bit of damage, and that's the triple kill for Kanavi. The rest of Top Esports being able to follow up on their junglers, give him the quadra kill as Kanavi is gonna E forward, looking for one more Darkened Dagger. The flash forward, unofficial quadra for Kanavi's Nefiri, and an ace for Top Esports.
You do not give this man carries if you can help it, and it's Kanavi with a 10-0 performance in the start of game number 1. That is rocketing Top Esports to a victory. They haven't even taken the tier 1 turret yet.
I mean, my small play-by-play brain was just telling them to send it, and they were way more cautious than I would have been. WE in trouble in their own red quadrant jungle as Vampire is super low. TEWE, the first one to fall, that just spells disaster and doom and gloom for the side of Team WE. Monkey trying to hold his own, flashing over the wall. The curtain call, 4th bullet will not find his mark, but Cream definitely will. Karis at least finds a redemption kill and taking out the bird, but WE still on the run.
We've already highlighted that this is now probably going to be Top Esports taking game number 1, 12 kills now. And yeah, they'll take down Cream, but really the large-scale implications are that they just have no chance. And even on live, Vampires just died to JackeyLove, so... Yeah.
Yeah. 10,000 gold advantage for Top Esports. Can we get a... Oh! All right. If Kanavi pops off one more time before the end of the game, I'll send it a little bit more once again. Kanavi already getting bold with it, dashing over the wall, threatening WE. He is daring them to step up to defend their own structures, and Kanavi's like, yeah, I'm just built different. I am Timothy Chalamet. He's got 4 items. We already talked about nearly a 6,000 gold advantage individually for Kanavi. I mean, WE, I don't know if they have any chance in killing this dog unless Kanavi is completely blundering it. Kara's trying to fish with the Spirit Rush and the Charm already. Okay, Chris goes down. 369 is going to send it with the Unstoppable Onslaught. Maybe it was just a worthy death for the cause of the fight. And here comes Kanavi. First reset, baby. Hound's Pursuit into the fountain will be his first death. Not even close. Oh, Kanavi is going crazy on the Neferi. 14-0-6. That's the performance you want to see from your regular season MVP. Top Esports take game 1.
Back to business as usual. A shock entry to the lower bracket here. But I do, like this Gragas getting taken. It's a very stalwart top laner and a pretty big denial pick. If you think about sort of going even top laners, for me, I think Gragas is maybe the best one of those, where you just kind of shut down everything that happens. You take Phase Rush.
Away from the permafrost, does not get procced by Kanavi. At least he's just stunned momentarily. But Cream flashing forward with the Q3. That's exactly the proactivity I want to see for their spells at 3.5 minutes into the game. Monkey's going to try to fight a flashless Cream, who might be actually donezo here if they can get one more combo off the Alistar. Oh! Tayun finds a sniper. Harris even Realm Orbs over just to guarantee that no funny business happens from the side of Top Esports bot lane.
Add a little bit of damage in, Monkey. Knight somebody so that he can try and smite steal this. Ah!
Man. Well, Vampire Q Flash does not land, but you know what? He prevents Kanavi getting in the pin. Now JackeyLove might be in trouble here. Cube flashing forward. Ruthless Predator finds JackeyLove's Ezreal. Even between all summoner spells used, the Ezreal still goes down in the end. And WE winning big on this top river.
Yeah, I mean, they just don't have their top laner. They have no reason to go for that fight. 369 is so far out of contention that them looking at anything there is so crazy to me. Doesn't even have Smite available to try and steal it, and even though Vampire flubs the engage, they still manage to get themselves a quick couple of kills. Even on the top side takes a chunk on 369 as well.
Now you listen, you and I had the same reaction. I didn't vocalize it, you definitely did. I was seeing a little bit of, pre-placement stage Vampire showing its ugly head again.
Ah! No, Monkey!
Ulti expended for Summoner Spell, and WE will say, well, they made their play, we make ours. Dominance to expend. Vampire looking for JackeyLove. No flash available still. Instantly commits the flash, and JackeyLove is just going to be in dire straits here. Easy pickup for Tayun. The bear.
Oh, why are we mid lane to catch that wave? It gives a play over to the Renekton.
Hex Flash. Pulverize, headbutt into the wall. Tayun starting to burn down Kanavi really fast. Chris turns it on with the quickness, looking for Karis. Massive Fate Seal from Cream and the True Shot barrage from downtown. It's just not enough damage. They thought they had it, but doing
far too much work. And now, not just do they find those couple of kills on the top side, they also transition it into...
And Cream might get punished here. Killer slows him down, flashes the Pulverize and the headbutt. Kanavi and Chris are here for the re-engage. Vampire might be in trouble, but he's still got the ultimate, so he is ignoring a lot of damage. Monkey on the retreat. Karis could be stunned up by the permafrost, but he gets enough distance to create some safety for himself on the retreat path. Cube and Tayun have now arrived to the party, and Top Esports want to re-engage, looking for Karis, looking for Vampire. They've got no way out. Vampire's turned into ground beef, and Karis is going to be next. JackeyLove is going to be able to turn up huge on the Ezreal.
And it seems to be whichever team it is that's going for this play isn't coming out on top, really. WE extending that top side, they get punished for it. Tayun's just a little too far away to actually make anything proactive happen. It's going to net Top Esports this Rift Herald, and now 369 thinks that he spotted a crocodile out of water.
Dominus popped by Cube. Monkey and Taeyun show themselves with the surprise, and Taeyun will commit onto 369. Cream, oh, the Fate Seal is dodged by a great flash by Taeyun, and now Cream might have overextended his welcome, baited in by the rest of his teammates. WE turned the tables
on the horizon.
And WE are already forcing Top Esports out of the river. They haven't started up the Dragon yet, just waiting to reestablish position before they start up the objective here. Top Esports trying to bait out any cooldowns here. Vampire, the first one right onto Kanavi. Big explosive cast. Breaks up
Taeyun.
Cream following up. They fight Taeyun. No flash to save him this time around. Cream is able to be huge for his squad, but WE are still winning the fight because Karis is still alive. He flashes over Chris Grand entrance to guarantee the kill onto 369, but Jackie Love finds a return kill onto Vampire, but now he's under fire because Karis is unloading a full book of runes into his back.
Soul point at 18 minutes going into their back pockets, and it was Karis and Cube that stepped up. Taeyun got soloed, he got focused, he was the only person Top Esports had eyes for. And
I haven't seen it before.
Our producer Kai did tease it in Champ Select through a little bit plus Mirror Mana. But WE, they're ripping this. They know Karis, Cube, and Monkey are all so far ahead of their counterparts that they should just take any fight. Cream's now called.
Cream is isolated, as you called out. No more Yone. Glacial Prison thrown out, but it's still 4,000 HP, so no chance for Kanavi to burn it down. And
we're heralding in.
Okay, 369 trying to get crazy with the drifting, but Taeyun finds the backline, goes in, Killer Instinct, flashes again away from another knockup, and WE are just triumphing over Top Esports in this second game.
And it's not even close. Second timer for the soul for WE. Looks to all the world as though they'll take game 2. And now Kanavi, he's in trouble. Subjugate's down.
Vampire is stunned up by the Glacial Prison, but he waits patiently, sending 369 into the wall. They turn right back on around to Taeyun, and Cream finally pops in thanks to the Soul Unbound and makes it out alive. But Chris is now in trouble, and they still have to worry about Karis and Cube, who are just having monster performances on the Renekton and Rise,
what is the turret?
Jackie Love, that turret does not save you there, unfortunately, and Cream is gets caught out by Vampire, looks for the Q3, won't even get a revenge kill. It's an ace.
There is a level 15 Renekton and a level 16 Rise that are running rampant, just tearing you apart.
With the Heartsteel, she is getting turned into paper mache. And now Cream might be in trouble here. No flash available. Chris will at least stall out the fight thanks to the quickness on that charm, but he's super low, down to 300 HP. Cream in trouble. At least gets the Fate sealed out of there, but Kanavi will not get a chance to stay alive this time around. The pillar, great onto Jackie Love, has the arcade shift. Karis sending it with the Realm Warp. What is an inhibitor turret? They're not going to save you once again. Jackie Love and Chris betrayed by Top Esports over aggression. And WE, are they just going to end the game right here, Rude?
Hell yeah, Rafa, they've got 3 people dead. They've got a wave in their back pocket. They might just find kills as well.
Nexus turrets about to fall in favor of WE. An 11,000 gold lead at 26 minutes. WE strike back. We've got a series on our hands. It's 1-1.
And another game that just doesn't even... I would say I did like the board, to be honest, to go into that. I actually really like this bot lane matchup for Top Esports in particular. Braum typically very good into the Leona, and this just means that WE here are looking at...
Kanavi is burning down the first dragon thanks to the priority of all of his lanes, giving him that setup. Taeyun, a Vampire, has spotted it out. Monkey is walking on over. The dragon should still go over to Kanavi, but maybe there's a good fight for the side of WE afterwards. Cream sends it. Vampire's going to be the... No, he's not the first one to fall. It's actually Chris, and WE are able to just pounce onto Top Esports, who have overplayed their hand in the dragon pit.
And it's a 2.
It's not... Oh, hang on. Monkey's going to look forward onto a flashless Cream. Seismic Shove will punt away Karis, but Monkey's got Vampire in his back pocket, and they can still pull off the assassination.
It is Vampire that takes it, but the stolen away Glacial Fissure to do disgusting things to Cream is definitely a sight for sore eyes. And now a public execution.
369 forced the flash, pops the World Ender just for the movement speed to get the hell out of there, but WE are going to be able to fully off Top Esports away from the remaining grubs and pick up the other 2.
Let's see. Monkey, check smite. Remember, last time we struggled. Beautiful. Well executed by WE, and now Taeyun, he takes an auto attack from Jackie Love. It's going to take a little bomb explosion as well, but I mean, The Tristana with a BS sword is definitely a scary spike. She's going to get to Yuntal very early on. Definitely a little bit worried for the pace in this game as Taeyun already stacking up quite nicely. 67 stacks at 9 minutes in is a pretty decent pace for a Smolder, especially one who theoretically should be struggling in this lane.
Yeah. Oh, Monkey just flash W on this guy. Yep, hold this upscon abduct, little bro. Cream is not having his day.
Top laners, they both got TP, but again, not expecting there to be too much on a contest as Monkey is just lurking with it on low HP. Vampire finds Kanavi, and this could be the fight that they were looking for.
Karis stealing the Crescent Guard. Vader punted out. They're going to look at Chris next. Oh, this is a big fight. 369 popping the World Ender, about to go Super Saiyan in this fight. Karis not able to find the mark on the Jackie Love, and now Karis is overextended in No Man's Land.
Lovely!
Execution finds the assassination on Jackie Love. The Soul Laners for WE stepping up once again. It's a double kill for Karis. 369, the World Ender has run out, and his world is about to find a nice fight and look for himself with the Vampire Karis. Once again, it is just the bully Cream.
That is that big question then, because they have the tools to try and take this fight if they wanted to, and this could just be that it's a good map move by Top Esports that WE weren't expecting. You know, maybe they didn't expect 369 to come up to the top side and for them to contest. But I think this is a good defense by Top. The way that this game is going, WE with a Herald might have been able to kind of run away.
Tier 1. So far, it's just Taeyun left with that burden. And the Dragon is not committed to, as Top Esports going to try to just barrel their way through and blast open the mid lane, opening up the map for them to be able to play through and get better vision and control of these two remaining jungle quandaries. Meanwhile, on the other side, Cube takes out another tower for himself, and Bessa is getting very strong quietly in this game.
Cube has got TP, so if they want to take a fight here, WE, they have the tools to do it.
4,000 HP in front of Monkey's face. Karis over the wall. It's
Stolen.
Monkey that secures the Dragon. Cube just dancing on them into the back line. Mom comes through and blasts them down to size. Kanavi on the run. 369 is able to get the first kill of the fight onto Karis, and Taeyun will drop. 369 comes up huge to save Top Esports' game. And
Top Esports looking dangerously around this bot side jungle, and they find Monkey.
Has no flash, so he's got to be careful. Throws out the shield to mitigate damage. 369 popping the World Ender, forcing Cube out of the fight. Vampire is deep into enemy territory, but Karis has found a TP flank. Finds Jackie Love onto the backside. Mom comes through. Karis eliminates Jackie Love. Chris is going to fall next, and Karis this time is unchecked, so he can rain destruction right on back. Kanavi will find Vampire, but that is the only member that falls with the side of Team WE, and they're right back in control of this game, and will be able to claim Otacon as their prize.
And like a metronome mark, it swings back in WE's favor. A massive team fight in bot side gives WE the Otacon in this game number 3. An attack onto the backline of WE, which is not successful. Which
away from WE. Cube getting jumped on by 369, but he's mobile on the Ambessa, able to get away from the Infernal Chains. Vampire stepping up forward, looking for Jackie Love with the Soul Effect, completely whiffs. Little over-aggressive there. Karis trying to send it, but now Top Esports get to absorb the engage just like they want.
Hold on.
Already past the execution range. Can he turn up in this fight, though? He needs distance. He needs space spot for him.
Enough.
But everyone is just blitzing past the front line, and 369 puts this baby dragon down into the dirt. Top Esports ace WE, and will pick up the dragon.
They neutralize those dragons, then they neutralize the Smolder as well, who's just ticked over to having that execute threshold. That now
try to bait WE in, if not just take it for free, since Monkey is far away. 4,000 HP. Monkey, can he flash Q in? No, it is secured because Crisp had the smite thanks to the unsealed spellbook. It's just a free Baron.
And it's Top Esports being able to just maneuver around the map that just comes out on top. Now Cream fancies a little bit of the cube here.
Chris throws out the Glacial Fissure. Vampires into the backline. Mom comes through again. Monkey is going to get exhausted. Jackie Love finds the first reset, and they are dissuading Cube and Karis with ease. Taeyun is trying to burn them down thanks to the execute of the Smolder passive. Finds Chris, but Jackie Love still reigns supreme alongside 369. Another race for Top Esports at 27 minutes.
Yeah, Taeyun had a good angle, but 369 had a better one. He's full HP on the Aatrox, 3 items, and continues to run rampant around WE's backline. They've got the Baron at their backs for 369 has got enough HP to tank up these turrets. The inhibitor's going to fall, but can they get any more?
Might have been an angle for Cream to teleport back in, but because 369's effective HP pool with all the sustain that he has and the shield from the Sterix Gauge.
I love this Tristana answer to the Smolder because you can actually outrange the Smolder as you move later on, and I mean, with a full item advantage, obviously it's going to look pretty decent, but now a TP flank coming deep in from Karis.
Solar Flare lands onto Kanavi. They're going to try to burst him out quickly. Crescent Guard will block any damage from Taeyun. Karis and Cube rejoin the fray as well, but Vampire's the first one to fall. 369 popping the roll. Ender's going to zone Taeyun away from the fight. He's forced to flash away, and there's just not enough that Karis and Cube can do, despite all the fancy shenanigans that they were able to pull off, and 369 just blew up that baby dragon like he was made out of balsa wood. WE get aced once again. A quadra kill for Kanavi, and Top Esports are bringing us the match point.
A great fight from 369, and he just absolutely destroyed Taeyun with one fell swoop, takes half the Smolder's HP, and sends Top Esports to match point.
Nothing that Vampire can do as he walks back from the fountain. Top Esports 2-1, one game away.
And really, you know, have that mobility. But I think that this gives them the same style of composition that they're after, where Akali kind of pivots them and would leave Cream to be the solo diver of this composition. Whereas now they have tools to go into the backline if they want to.
But they've also to contest those Raptors by himself. Kanavi going to force the issue here. Vampire flashed over the wall with the dredge line. Kanavi now forced to flash. Karis is going to get the first Roman down. Shockwave from Karis scoops him back up, and it's first blood going over to Taeyun's Corki, and Chris will fall as well. Karis getting a little bit of gold for himself for no reason whatsoever.
And I mean, after that play at level 2, you would expect him to be really far behind. Chris now in trouble again, going to be able to pop the grey health and keep himself alive, and Kanavi forced to come off of the dragon, so it's going to reset and waste a little bit more time off this Lillian.
Jackie Love is just going to roam on over just to help Kanavi and not waste too much time on this objective. He will be forced to give up the push on this wave. Yeah.
And he's not even going to get the souls from the dragon either, so only loses out on one creep of XP. But what you look for center is being around,
answering with a tank to make sure that they'll have some primary engage regardless of how the rest of the draft played out. Well, thankfully, Rude, they've got many ways to engage. So, you know, the engage is plenty in supply, and I don't think Top Esports nowhere near the grubs. It's going to be all three going over to the hands of WE, and the best that Kanavi can do is just try and continue getting camps for himself.
I think he will be able to take the majority of this bot side jungle, in fairness. The red buff's up, the Krugs are up as well, so this could be a pretty big boost for Kanavi.
Find his Krug, since Kanavi does not have enough time to go for all three camps. Lilting Lullaby right onto the Ornn, and nice use of the Bellows Breath to cancel out the sleep, flashing over now, repositioning. Oh, it's a big whiff, field goal in the middle, but Kanavi still might be in trouble, but just not enough damage from Monkey and Cube, as Cream is able to step up huge and provide the Between the Worlds for the turnaround. Maintain control of this banana brush. Chris gets a quick tongue lash in, licks up Monkey. And Karis now stepping up. Vampire going forward, forcing Kanavi out, and Chris doesn't get to do it. Great snag into the shockwave, running the Jackie Love, tries to flash away, but the Cataclysm locks him down. Kanavi, can he turn around this fight alongside Cream? 369 has joined the fray as well. Monkey's still alive. Does he have enough for another EQ? No, not quite, but Taeyun has enough damage in the tank.
5 that WE came out evenly.
You know what? After the performance of the Leona in Game 3,
I'd see WE look to try and leverage that TP.
That should be feats of warfare completely picked up here for WE, since they got the first 3 kills for themselves in the first 3 objectives. Another dredge line from Vampire right onto Chris. Kanavi separated from the rest of the team as he's locked down in this Cataclysm. EQ gets the knockup. Here comes the call of the Forge God. Good stasis by Kanavi, buys some time, but he's super low, and the shockwave clips him. Taeyun picks up an easy double kill, and Monkey rides the Rift Herald right into the mid lane, blasting open this game.
This series has been about the junglers. Game 3 we had a deterioration, and it was our bot laners that were the highlight. But this time round, we're right back in there. Monkey on the Jarvan this time with a massive team fight. We'll have a look at it again because it might go a little bit under the radar. It's a great engage by Vampire. Taeyun as well has a wonderful follow-up. 5-0 and 4 on this Corki. and now they're able to take a charge into the tier 2 mid lane. They take 2 tier 1 turrets across the map, and all they have to sacrifice is a little bit of gold onto 369 as he takes
3,000 gold ahead at just 17 minutes. They're going to break open every single tier 1 turret.
This is really good sequence of plays by WE. They are doing things by the book. They are being methodical. They were able to, you know, use that fight around the Herald to break open a little more than they might have anticipated. Now 369 and they're fishing. Good night.
Well, Rude, if you've never seen Bambi, I'm letting you know right now, that is exactly what happens at the beginning of the movie. The deer gets shot down and WE are... All right, you know what? My bad, guys. I'm going to turn up. And he is definitely doing so.
Mid move to a side lane. They take 80%, 90% of a tier 2 turret down on bot side off of one wave. Whilst we're seeing Monkey take the dragon as well. And Karis is playing at such a nice range that he can poke out 369. He's never in threat of being engaged upon. And if we look back at the compositions as well, we were talking about this top esports could be a second objective in as many seconds going their way.
And you know what? If Cube dies here, as long as they can get the Otacon, WE do not care. Vampire is going to step on forward, force using the death charge. Now Kanavi goes in, Q onto 2 people for the lilting lullaby, but he gets popped. Cube finds a massive knockup, stalls out the fight. There goes Monkey with the Cataclysm, locking down 369 and Cream, even though he's the most fed member on his team. On the acceleration pedal for themselves. Cube gonna find 369 trying to siege up onto this tier 2 turret. Already used Call of the Forge God. A lot of damage coming out from this Ornn, because 369 unfortunately is just too far behind. It's just gonna be a solo kill at this point, and 369 doesn't even get a chance to take out the turret. Meanwhile, back on the cross map, WE just blinked out 2 more members on the side of top esports. Kanavi falls next. Cream is the only survivor. Hell, WE, how much can they get off this push?
I mean, Mark, it could very well be a breaking open of the Nexus. It could just be the inhibitor turrets falling. But it sounds and it's hearing a lot like we're heading toward that game number 5. A solo kill for Cube as he is down 1,300 gold at the minute. And that would have been even more before that kill came through. WE find a massive fight on the top side as well. This is the series that people were hoping for. This is WE putting top esports right to the very edge. Both of these teams have now given us a stomp. Who has improved slightly, but not nearly being that same level. And now Cream caught.
Death charge canceled by the Devour. Cream able to use the Between the Worlds to get out, but Crisp gets stunned on the way out with the Abyssal Dive, so he falls. At least he can take solace in saving his carry, but top esports now down 4-5, and WE are ready to send us to Silver Scrapes.
Yeah, usually you try to take the house down brick by brick, but WE, they've got a little opening and they're looking to force it down with hammers.
Cube just gonna buy space with the Call of the Forge God here. The first Nexus turret is taken out. Monkey going forward. Cataclysm forces the flash out of 369. Kanavi doesn't get a chance to pop
another hook onto Jackie Love.
It's too late. Jackie Love, 369 and Cream are not gonna be able to do enough here. WE might have overextended now. Crisp is back up on the map. WE lost Vampire in the fight. Monkey goes back in, tries to look for the re-engage, but they have to respect the range that top esports can play with. Good knockup from Q, but Karis has got to be careful with his health bar. Taeyun trying to send it, gets a massive shutdown over to 369's pockets. Find it onto Karis and Taeyun before a fight breaks out. Cool. But as you said, Rude, top esports are in no position to even get set up.
Defend the little scraps of vision they can get, and they're getting punished for that as well.
Chris might be in trouble. The Blast Cone doesn't necessarily propel him back over to safety. Monkey sends it with the Cataclysm. Call of the Forge God right into choke point. Is so deadly. Cream tries to do what he can to force Taeyun out of this fight, but he just gets blown up, and top esports retreat with the
gold deficit in the top lane. The rest of the map, the important area. 369, no!
Oh, flashing away from the dredge line and the death charge. Kanavi pays for the sins of 369, and that just could be it. Enough to end this game. Cube not able to find the knockup as a quick flash from Chris, but there is no more effective front line. Jackie Love in trouble, flashing over and away. Cream What can he do with JackeyLove and Crisp against the full 5-man assault from WE? This should be game 5 in sight for them. Nexus turret's about to respawn. Cream trying to look for some damage. Crisp able to save him with the Devour. Monkey about to fall, sends it with the Cataclysm. Cream doing enough damage. JackeyLove trying to pump through the backline, but Monkey finds the EQ knockup and survives still. Now it's up to JackeyLove and Crisp to buy another 8 seconds.
Another hook!
Konami to come back, but he finds another hook thanks to Vampire. Cue the Silver Scrapes, baby. We're going to game 5.
WE 28-9. Well, unless you want to divert back to a full tank, never mind. 369 Fiora in game 5.
Top Esports are throwing Cube. Doesn't have TP. Is forced to recall for now, but they're gonna get enough time.
And already you can see Monkey makes his impact felt, takes down what is now going to be that second uncontested neutral objective, and I mean, this for a Lucian fight can give them an advantage, but
looking for Cream, Paranoia, but Karis is just not in range. He tries to flash now. The fear guarantees that the lockdown is enough. Second dragon for free unless Kanavi can save it. Vampire, the game 4 MVP, steps up for a Pop Blossom, is able to find Crisp, but JackeyLove answered back with a massive calling, but Kanavi sends it for the dragon and dies anyway. Cream is now teleported in, has the Chaos Storm trying to burn down Monkey.
Somebody hit the dragon!
Someone get the dragon! It is secured and Cream's teleports in.
Players delivering when nobody thought they should.
And it's a free Rift Herald secured for this turret from falling.
No, tier 1 will fall on that top side, and I mean, I love this from Paris. This build path is built to just make Tibbers a bit of a shield on top. The extra bit of movement speed that gives you is going to pay an extreme amount of dividends, and with gold,
we're not in a position to compete right now. How dangerous does it get for that 4th dragon take as Kanavi just eats Tibbers for breakfast and gets blasted? Top Esports lose out on their jungler, and that should be the 3rd dragon going over to Team WE.
And you know, you're thinking about this from Top Esports' perspective, right? You might be just laughing, what is Kanavi doing? But their goal is to contest the dragon. They can't send in and Top Esports are down 5k gold in an elimination series against...
I'm starting to believe. I know I predicted WE to be 3-2, but I was kind of half-heartedly joking about it. You know, I was like, you know, maybe.
Top Esports to be able to scale into, it gets pushed back because they are behind. Another route.
Jumping on to Kanavi. Once again, he's the only person that can safely face check. He gets stunned on the way out with the assault.
Vampire!
Plus run into the back line. JackeyLove burns the cleanse. Still has a flash to play with, but is forced out of the river by Tibbers. Monkey now could be in danger. JackeyLove has to step forward. Your reigning finals MVP is going to have to pull a trick out of the hat for this one, as the Otacon is the price they could pay, but that massive trap line will prevent Top Esports from being able to enter through the tri-bushes. Now Karis is waiting in the shadows, waiting for someone to step up. Cream steps up, tries to force them off. The Otacon stunned from Karis. Not enough damage onto Crisp, but is now down below. They use the blue trinket to spot the Otacon being started. Kanavi stepping forward. A lot of damage, it just goes on to the clone. Paranoia used to block out vision. Teleport is coming in from Cube. Monkey sends it. Pop Blossom only finds one onto the left. JackeyLove dies. The reigning finals MVP falls. Kanavi is able to steal the Otacon away. But what's the cost? Cream going big with the Chaos Storm. Gives a little bit of reprieve back over to Top Esports. But now they have to be careful. Karis dancing in between the traps. Trying to bait Cream on in. Doesn't find enough damage off the back of this Annie. Taeyun stepping up. Looks for the ace in the hole. Not enough damage to get the Collector passive off. Top Esports don't have a jungler, neither do WE, but WE still have stronger carries, and they're gonna look to secure the Cloud Soul unless 369 can get in here and put off a miracle. 2,000 HP on the dragon. Teleport coming back in. Who's gonna secure the dragon for themselves? 369 pushing off Karis. Just secure it. Cloud Soul taken. They pop 369's Fiora. Cream, he needs to run. He's not gonna get out. Taeyun will pop him! And
no! Hold on, look at live. JackeyLove's caught mid lane.
JackeyLove! Gotta be careful, Monkey is sending it. Tidal Wave interrupted. Karis finds the stun. JackeyLove is able to make it out alive. Monkey being pulled in by the Impale, but they block it and JackeyLove dies somehow!
The Tibbers claws him down. One final scratch from the bear, and JackeyLove's gone. We're 25 minutes in. Baron's alive, Rafa.
Kanavi! That's Baron! Kanavi forced to flash away. He still has Ishtal impact. He can still pull off a miracle for Top Esports to keep themselves alive, but it's a 5,000 gold advantage for WE. They forced Kanavi out of the Baron pit. It's gonna take a while to get in there. Cream, 2 items on the Victor, still a scary threat. He needs to go big. 369 arrives to the party. WE are gonna back off the Baron for now. They have to respect the power of the solo laners for Top Esports. 369 thinking about maybe still be a potential threat as Monkey is gonna risk the Baron to just eliminate 369 off the map. 1v2, 369 has to go big, but he cannot deal with the fear. He already used the repulse. 50% HP, Kanavi, no flash available. Can send it with the Ishtal impact to look for a steal. Karis doing everything he can to stop Kanavi in his tracks. 2,000 HP, it is secured. Baron, Pop Blossom, finds Jackie Love, stalls Crisp on the backline. Kanavi pulls in Q with the, that's not gonna be enough. Jackie Love falls, Taeyun picks up another. Monkey rounding off Cream, and WE just eliminated 3 off the map.
It's Baron and 3 for WE, with the ever-present pushing buff at their backs, and 5 members strong. They are sieging on the LPL reigning champions base.
369 and Crisp have to do the impossible, but Team WE from 6th seed against the 1st seed, the defending champions. Monkey sends it, dies, but WE can still do it. 369 has to do everything. Everyone full hit the Nexus. From castaways to conquerors, the team no one believed in just dethroned the defending champion.